All right. Well, welcome everybody. It's so nice to share this day with you. Today's flow is one of my personal favorite themes, and we're going to work a little more on a detox flow for just cleansing the body. I think it's a great way to start off your week or your day, just to help all the processes of the body. So we'll be using the pumping of the breath and really the twisting of the body to increase circulation and compression of the tissues. And that just creates a nice rinse from the inside out. So props that'll help is a rolled up blanket. You can always use towels and just have it rolled up about 3 to 4 inches in diameter. And if you have a block and strap, great, have those near as well. So we're going to start off by using the blanket. And we're going to place it right under our abdomen. So where the navel is, so right above the hips and the lowest rib. So right where there's no bone. And we're just going to lay on the roll. And that's option one. If you want to intensify this a little more, use your block. And the foam block would be a better choice. If you have the cork blocks, it might be a little too much. So you can set it either on the lowest level or the medium level, and then place it right about where the navel is. So you're not on any bone, and you should feel that right away. And then you can just prop yourself up on your forearms here. I like to add a little shoulder opening. Why not? We're here with belly down, so you can cross one arm in front of the other. And then just set your forehead down and try to separate your arms apart equidistantly. And feel that nice release through the muscles between the inner border of the shoulder blades, as well as that compression of the belly and all the organs in the abdomen. Now there's a couple things happening here. You're going to feel maybe a little tenderness in the abdomen, and that's just from trigger points within the muscles. And the second thing that's happening is finding that compression within the abdominal organs there. Just to help and stimulate that area to create space and increase circulation. So as you notice your breath here, I want you to inhale into the block or the roll. And then exhale, try to soften the abdomen and let the roll or the block just sink in. Twice more, inhale. And slow exhale, letting the belly kind of form around the block or the roll. Take one more full breath. And if you have the arm crossed in front, just switch which arm is on top. And then coming back to just laying your chest or chin on that upper arm. And then slowing down the breath. So the inhale, applying that pressure into the roll or the block. And then exhale, letting it sink in. And just take one more full breath. And then prop yourself back up to your elbows, walk your knees in, remove the block or roll to the side, and just sit back in child's pose. And then come up to hands and knees. Now we're gonna use the belly here. And if you don't have a block, that's fine, but if you have a block, take it between the thighs. And then lie back on your back with the feet down and knees bent, arms alongside you. And I want you to squeeze the block and then hug back through the belly. So turning on the adductors as well. And then soften through the neck. And then slowly just straighten the legs so the heels are right over the hips. And just keeping the head down, the arms alongside you. Squeeze the block and then reach up through your feet as you flex, point or floint your toes. So there's that yogi toes. As you squeeze the block, so you're active all the way through the end point of the legs. And then lower more your sacrum down as you hug back through your belly. And notice if you start to lift up through the shoulder heads or clench through the jaw or the neck. Try to soften that. You're already really using your abdominal strength. Finding that three-dimensional wrapping around the spine as you squeeze the block and keep your low back from lifting. And then just keep all that. Lower your legs to roughly 45 degrees and pause. And then check in again. Spread the toes, hug back to your belly, soften the shoulders and the neck. And I like to just close my eyes here. And if that's too much, just don't lower your legs as far or bend your knees. But ultimately trying to feel really that play of gravity pushing down into the thighs as you push into gravity. There's your resistance, turning on the hip flexors as well. A lot of times in our core work, we want to move and make kind of scrunchy faces, but just for this morning's practice, we're actually just going to isolate and hold. And I want you to really focus on softening the neck, the forehead, the jaw, tap more into the belly. And then take the legs back up to 90, take an inhale. And then stretch your arms overhead, palms face one another, exhale. Squeeze the block, knit the front ribs together. Take an inhale there, and then legs back to 45, exhale. Squeeze the block. Now it's a little more challenging with the arms overhead. If you need to extend the arms alongside you again, or bend the knees, or just don't lower your legs as low. You might be starting to shake. I am. Come back to the breath. In and out through the nose, Ujjayi. Take another full breath in. And then keep the legs, stretch your arms forward, and then lift the torso up. So the legs stay at 45, but the spine, the head is just hovering. Lift the chin a little, hug back to your belly, knit the front ribs. Squeeze the block, take a full breath in. And then lower the torso down, keep the legs, arms overhead. Inhale, exhale, lift just the torso, arms forward, exhale. Inhale, head down, arms overhead. Hug back to the belly, exhale, lift up. Inhale, arms overhead. Squeeze the block, exhale, lift up. Arms overhead, last one. Lift up and hover, exhale. Full breath in. Knees to chest. Nicely done. And then take the knees right over the hips with the arms out to a T. And then take the knees halfway to the right as you spin your navel to the left. Stay there, straighten the legs, take a breath in. And then rebend the knees back to center, halfway to the left as you spin your navel to the right. Inhale, straighten the legs, hug back to the belly. Exhale, rebend, take it over to the right. Keep squeezing the block if it's there. Inhale, straighten. Drop the left shoulder down, exhale, rebend, knees left. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, rebend, knees right. And just close your eyes. Inhale, pause, hug back to the belly. Maybe straighten the legs. Exhale, over to the other side. Now feel that steering wheel of the belly as you soften the shoulders down, as well as the neck, all those same elements applying here. Being able to move without taxing more of those accessory muscles, so you move more efficiently, more smoothly, more in connection with not only the belly, but those main pillars of support for the spine. Low back, side core. And then take the heels straight up over the hips. Stretch your hands up, lift your chest. Now just lift your hips for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees to chest. Remove the block. And give yourself whatever you need here. You might separate the knees apart. You might find a little wind removing. Each knee to chest, extending the opposite leg. And then take it up to tabletop. And just start to introduce cow and cat. Once you set up onto all fours. You might sit back to child's pose again as you dome your spine like cat, just releasing more through the spine or the low back muscles. Right, downward facing dog. And that same wrapping all around the spine here. The heels don't have to come down. Knees might be bent. But as you lift your forearms up, hug the upper arms in, and then draw inner to outer shoulder. And then from your belly, cinching all around the spine, lift your sitting bones up, but then draw the side of your heart toward your thumbs. Feel your shoulder blades broaden. Soften the neck. Connect to the breath. Walk your feet to your hands. Come to the top of the mat. First forward fold, Uttanasana. Let's take a full breath there. And then with soft knees, roll up to stand. Stretch your arms up. Thumbs to heart. Arms up, inhale. Fold forward, Uttanasana, exhale. Take an inhale, lengthen. Step back to high plank, exhale. Good, push the mat away. And then lift your belly. Plug your shoulders back, scoot forward from your toes, broaden the chest. Look for chaturanga, keep your belly lifting. Back to plank, inhale. Chaturanga, broaden, maintain, then bend. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down, all the way to the belly. Taps the feet down. Put your fingertips here off your mat. Let's come into an intimidation cobra. And then dip your left shoulder to the center line. Inhale back up. Dip your right shoulder to the center line. Back up twice more, each side. And then lower down. Fingertips under shoulders, elbows back. Inhale, curl up for cobra. Stretch the front body, exhale, lower down. You might walk your hands back an inch, shoulders back, pubic bone down. Inhale, from the navel lifting, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Curl the toes under. Lift your chin, lift your quads, lift your belly. Keep that chaturanga to plank. Dome the upper back, stay in plank, split the mat apart. Tip the sitting bones up, go back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to your hands. Feet to hands, exhale, step or hop. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Push through the mat, rise to stand, grow tall, knit the front ribs, fold forward, exhale, cast the heart forward and down. Broaden the chest, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, heart forward, legs back, chaturanga, upward facing dog, inhale, downward facing, exhale. Step your feet a little wider apart. We're going for down dog twist. So you might shorten your dog as well, so your heels are more anchored. And then take your right hand somewhere around your left calf. This can be higher up calf or lower. And then guide your chest underneath the left arm as you hug your left hip back. So your gaze weaves to the left. And then hollow out your left armpit as you really draw that left shoulder blade towards the spine, and then lift up from the outer hips. Let your head dangle. Second side, right hand down. Left hand somewhere around the right calf. You might even bend your left knee, and then weave your gaze under that right arm as you firm your right hip back and up. Again, let your head dangle. Take a full breath in. And then exhale, bring both hands down. Inhale, step your feet together. Bend your knees, exhale. Look forward, take a breath in. Or step or hop, top of mat, breath out. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Rise to stand, inhale. Fold forward and down, exhale. So separate your feet hip width apart. Put a little bend in both knees. Take your right hand into a fist or to a block. So your spine is parallel to the floor. And then left hand to hip. Draw your outer hips back and then stretch your left arm up vertically. And keep working the inner thighs down, outer hips back, and plug your right shoulder in the socket. So your hips are opening with your chest. Take another full breath there. Maybe bend the knees more. And then left hand down. Hips back, lift the belly, stretch your right arm up. And then plug your left shoulder, head back. Left outer hip back, chest forward, right outer hip back. Feel that cinching all around the spine. Take another breath in. Fold forward, breath out. Inhale, lengthen. Vinyasa. Find your dog pose. Inhale, look to your hands, bend the knees. Exhale, feet to hands, top of mat. Inhale, re-extend, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Big toes together. Inhale, rise to stand. Now exhale, chair pose. Bring your thumbs to your heart. Inhale. Twist to your right, left elbow, right thigh, exhale. And then again, hips back, chest forward. So left outer hip back, chest forward. Back to center, inhale. Second side, right elbow, left thigh, exhale. Stack elbows and wrists. Keep curling the belly to your right as you twist your chest open to the left. So that should help to keep your pelvis neutral. See if you can drop your seat more. Breathe out and soften the neck. Inhale, chair. Now exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Vinyasa, step, hop, or skip. Take a full breath. And then stretch your right leg up. Bend your knee, open your hip. Straighten the legs, square it off. Inhale, knee to chest, exhale. Step it between your hands, turn your left foot out, warrior one. Inhale, clasp your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift the heart. Humble warrior, exhale, fold. Take a full breath in. On your exhale, parallel the spine, pivot to the ball of your left foot and bring your left knee down. And then lift your heart up. You might take a little twist here to your left as you pull your right heel underneath you. And then right hand to thigh, side bend to your right. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down. Single-legged chaturanga. Exhale. Good, knee to nose. Inhale. Step heel to thumb. Exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. And then exhale, vinyasa. You can step back. Maybe shoulders over wrists. One little hop. And then left leg up, inhale. Bend the knee, open the hip. Straighten the legs, square it off. And then curling tight, thigh to chest, step heel to thumb. Turn the right foot out, warrior one, inhale. Interlace the hands, exhale. Inhale, lift the heart. Keep that exhale, humble warrior fold. Take a full breath in. Come halfway forward on your breath out. Spin to the ball of the right foot and then set your right knee down. Twist to your left. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then left hand to thighs, stretch your right arm up, side bend to your left. Pull the left heel underneath you. And then release your hands down, single-legged chaturanga. To thigh to chest, step it between your hands. Inhale, reverse warrior. And then exhale, take your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Soften the neck, hug inner to outer shoulders. Maybe sigh that breath out. Look forward, take an inhale. Step hop or float, exhale, feet to hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Step your feet together, inhale, chair pose. Thumbs and heart, twist to your right. Drop your hips lower, glide the right shoulder blade to the spine. And then just look down, lift your left heel to your bottom. Try to keep your knees aligned. And then step back to revolve crescent lunge. You might hover that left leg and then curl the toes under. And then you're welcome to stay here, or right hand to thigh, walk your left upper arm down your thigh so you get your belly over the thigh there. Then you can stretch the right arm up, maybe left hand down to the floor. And then hug your right hip in, lounge your chest back and use your inhale, like your thighs the block, push into the thigh with the belly. And then exhale, soften as you twist. If it serves you, you can find a half or full bind there. Around the right leg. Now take an inhale, reverse warrior, exhale. Good. And then cartwheel your hands down, stretch your right leg up and back. And then shift your shoulders forward and bring your forearms down. And then push the mat away so the biceps are in line with your ears. Look back at your right foot and turn the toes down as you lift the right leg from the inseam. And then see if you can just drop your head, come back to the breath. If you want, shoulders over elbows, maybe find Pincha Mayurasana. Just to get things to switch. But you're already getting that reversal of the circulation just by holding dolphin or dolphin splits. Bring your left foot down, right foot down. Everyone look forward so your butt's high, chin's lifted. Lift your elbows simultaneously right to chaturanga. Pull the heart space up, inhale, up dog. Maybe chaturanga to downward facing. Take a full breath. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, feet to hands, top of the mat. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, thumbs to heart, twist to your left. And then hips back, chest forward. Shift the gaze down, keep the twist, lift the right heel. And then chest forward as you extend the leg back, but keep the pressure through the left heel. Revolve crescent lunge. When you're ready, curl the toes. And then your left hand, the top hand, finds left thigh to then walk your right arm down your knee. So it's more towards the armpit. And then get your belly to kind of roll over that thigh. And then hug your left hip back. You might just stretch the left arm up or find a bind. And then inhale into your thigh there. Exhale, find that rinse and soak. Squeezing in and softening as you twist. Take 2 more full breaths. Soften your grip. Inhale, reverse warrior. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Stretch your left leg up and back. And then shift the shoulders and gaze forward. Bring your forearms down simultaneously if possible. And then drop your head. Lift the left leg from the inner thigh. And just hold this as you push the mat away. And let the blood flow to the brain. You might get upside down if you want, but first get shoulders over elbows. If you're upside down, right foot down, then left. Look forward, bend the knees. Charge the chest forward, lift the elbows simultaneously, right to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Maybe chaturanga. To downward facing. And take a full breath there. And then ripple forward to high plank. Come to side plank on the right hand. Hug your right shoulder in the socket. I like to use my top arm to find my right scapula and suck it underneath that right armpit. So then you're really secure to that right arm, hugging back. Now keep that, lift your left leg up. Take your left palm down in line with the shoulder. I want you to just try to tap your hand with your foot with your hand, and then take it back. And then tap it forward and back. Tap and back. Last 3, 2, 1. Now keep this leg straight. Just step the foot forward and down. So you're more on the inner arch of the foot. Shift the weight to the left foot, right hand, so you can lift your right inner thigh. Getting more to the right side obliques. I know it's hard. You might bend that left knee and walk it halfway forward just to do that. 3, 2, downward dog, 1. Right leg up, inhale, step it between your hands. Easy twist, right arm up. And then turn the left foot out, thread your right arm between the space of your front foot and left arm, somewhere up the calf. And then back to easy twist, right hip back, chest forward, arm up. Turn your left foot out, straighten your right leg and twist. So the left hand stays down the whole time. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, thread and tap. 2 more, inhale, right hip back, chest forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stretch your arm up. Exhale, fold. And then linger here for a moment. If you want, you can really work on maybe walking left hand towards right foot, forming right hip in. It's like our down dog twist, and breathe into that whole left side. Gliding left shoulder blade to spine. Come back to easy twist there. And then inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, standing splits. Just cartwheel your hands down. Fold over the right leg. And then we're just going to take it to our flow. You might hop back to chaturanga from here, just high the ball of the foot. Single-legged chaturanga. You might be going more towards kick heel to butt. Land light. Hug your upper arms in. Pull your front nose back. Maybe straighten the right leg. Flex pointer, point the feet. Take it to your flow. Side plank on the left hand. And again, free arm, front of the chest. Use your fingertips to find the shoulder blade and wrap it underneath you. And then hug the top of the left shoulder arm in the socket. Right arm forward with the palm down. Take your palm to face your foot. So you can tap your hand with your toes without taking the hand back towards the foot. Last 3, 2, and 1. Now you can bend your knee or keep the leg straight, a little more challenging. Just come to the instep of the foot, put all the weight in the left hand, right foot, right arm up, lift left leg. 3, 2, downward dog. 1. Stretch your left leg up, just step it between your hands. And then lift your left arm up. Keep your right hand where it is. Look between that space between right hand and left foot. Thread your left arm between, somewhere on the right calf. Inhale, easy twist. Rebound the left knee, pop to the ball of the right foot. Exhale, straighten the leg, tap the calf. Inhale, arm up, chest forward. Exhale, lift the navel, tap the calf. Twice more, inhale. Exhale. Flossing that left outer hip as well, it's really nice, especially if you have sciatica restrictions. The last one, and we'll hold. And then you might walk your right hand more toward your left ankle, or left hand just down that right leg, but really push the outer left shoulder into the left inner thigh as you hug your left hip in. And then work your right shoulder blade to the spine. So more than coordination and shoulder strength and flexibility, it's also a lot of core work here. Take another full breath there. And then exhale, release back to easy twist. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, standing splits. Hug your thighs to the center line, turn the right toes down, root through the left heel. And then set up for your vinyasa, whether you hop back, just a little bend of the left knee. Doesn't have to be high, single leg chaturanga. Take it through your flow, downward facing dog. Good, bring your knees down, little rest, child's pose, maybe get some water. So we're going to use all those components to find a little more of an intensive flow. Not meaning it's overly complicated, but we're just going to be kind of holding more of those twisting postures and using more of the pumping of the breath to help find that stimulation and kind of like massage kind of qualities into the internal organs of the abdomen. Okay, here we go, downward facing dog. We'll go forward to high plank. And then bring your right knee to your upper arm, and then hop and switch, and then hop and switch. Keep going. If you want to make this more challenging, you can go low, high, switch, low, high, switch. Up to you. That's just going to work more the rotator cuff. Sometimes less is more. Just get the heart pumping here a little. Soften the neck. Last 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, down dog split, straight leg up. And then hop and switch, or just step right heel to right thumb. Come right to revolved half moon, left hand under shoulder, maybe to block. And then stretch your right arm up. Work your right hip back, chest forward. Take an inhale. And then bend your right elbow, both knees. Exhale, tap around that right calf and shin. Inhale, revolve half moon, stretch your arm up, lengthen the left leg back. Exhale, tap the calf. Inhale, extend. And I want you to find the full duration of the breath. Exhale, get small and curl. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tap. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. You have all the time in the world. Inhale. Exhale. Twice more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And then take the left knee down the right calf. So you'll sit on the left hip. Take your right fingertips behind you. Stretch your left arm up. And then inner elbow around the right knee. Half lower to the fish. Push through the right heel. Now, I want you to lean your belly in your thigh. So I'm tipping towards you here. So towards your right. And then keep that as you lean your heart or chest back. So tipping forward, that's going to keep your pelvis neutral. As you spin your navel off to your right, lean your chest back, and that's going to lengthen the spine. So you're lifting your low back away from the floor. And if you want to go further, left arm up, hook your elbow outside the knee. And then you might bind around that right leg. But just look over your right shoulder there. Feel that the belly pursuing the thigh as you inhale. And then keep that connection as you exhale, shoulders back, spine long. Such a good pose for the compression of the abdomen, that connection to your center. Take another full breath there. And then look over your left shoulder. Step your left foot back for pyramid. Bend your right knee, up dog your chest. And then left hand under shoulder, maybe a block. Stretch your right arm up. And then put more weight into your left foot as you hug your right hip back. Then extend your chest forward. Now look down, take an inhale. Keep all of that. We're gonna find Kapalabhati breath. So as we inhale sharply, we're gonna exhale just as forcefully in and out through the nose. So it's the snapping up of the diaphragm and kind of snapping back of the abdomen that contributes towards that compression of the belly. So here we go, take an inhale. Exhale out. Look down, take an inhale, right hip back. And then just the right arm towards that right foot. Keep the arm straight. Inhale, sweep it out and up. Exhale, sweep it out and down. Just keep your gaze down the whole time. Inhale, get the scapula back, right hip back. Exhale, just bring the arm down, lift the belly. Spin your navel to your left, stretch your arm up. Pause at the top. Exhale, bring the hand down. Twice more. Inhale, stretch the arm up. Exhale, bring it down. One more. Inhale, stretch the arm up. And exhale, bring it down. Vinyasa, just step it back, flow it through. You might want to shake off that right hand. And then ripple forward to plank. Left knee, left upper arm. Hop and switch, hop and switch, hop and switch. Maybe faster. Last 10 seconds. Down up splits, left leg up, and then hop and switch or just step. Left foot between your hands. Revolve half moon, right hand down, maybe the block. You can soften the left knee, drive the hip back, stretch your left arm up. Find your center line and cinch all around it. And then adding the movement, take an inhale. Bend both knees, left elbow, and tap around that left shin, exhale. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Slow down the movement and the breath, and that's the work. So if you strip this down to the bare essentials, it's really the breath that helps you to work more deeply. Not doing more. And then notice the mind and any resistance that occurs in the process. Last one, take an inhale. Right knee down the left calf. Sit on your right hip. Left heel stays firm. Left fingertips behind you. Stretch your right arm up and then hook your inner elbow around that left shin and knee. And then inhale, tip to your left a little, belly to thigh, then exhale, shoulders back as you twist. Inhale, inflate the belly into the thigh. Keep that connection, shoulders back, exhale. You might stretch your right arm up, elbow outside knee. Maybe bind around the left leg. Take one more full breath. Look over your right shoulder. All right, step your right foot back. Yes, this is my idea of fun. Why are we moving? All right, turn your right foot out, bend your left knee, chest forward, bring your right hand under your shoulder or block, and then revolve Trikonasana, left arm up. And then just keep your gaze down this whole time. Put a little more weight back in your right foot, so bend your left knee, and then notice that ability to really tack your left hip into the center line and then chest forward. Think up dog in your chest. Maintain that to your best ability. Kapalabhati breath, so that forceful inhale and exhale through the nose. Here we go. Deep inhale. Take a breath in. Left arm down, exhale. Left arm out and up, inhale. Left arm out and down, exhale. Chest forward, hip back, arm up. Exhale. Arm down. 3 more, inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Hand down, vinyasa. Take it through. Nicely done. Stretch your left leg up. Left leg up. Walk it back to standing splits at the back of the mat. And right away, bend your left knee and open your hip. Get all squirrely with your hips. And then square it off. Hug your left knee to your chest. Both thighs to chest. Kick your left heel to your bottom and fold over both thighs. But see how close you can squash your belly into the thighs there. Maybe your right hand grabs the calf as you anchor through the heel. Lift up through the hips. Hug back to your belly. Extend the sides of the heart forward and down. And now keep this idea about you. Come to a down gaze. Walk your hands out. Keep your left knee to your chest. Come behind the ball of your right foot. And see if you can, just by plugging your right thigh in your pelvis, float your right leg forward, set the foot down. So that left thigh is plugging in your chest the whole time. Get your hips over your shoulders, push the mat away, come to your right toes, maybe lift the foot, and then travel forward without that hopping. So it's very smooth, very controlled. Just do your best. You might hop, who cares? Take an inhale. Right foot between, left leg back, top of the mat. Inhale, warrior two. Nicely done. Side angle, elbow to knee. Find extended side angle, push through the left heel, extend left arm overhead. Wrap your right hip underneath you. Get long to the left side body as you lift up to the right. And then get your right elbow inside your knee. Take your left hand behind your head, kind of like you're posing. Now take an inhale. Keep your hip open side of the mat. We're just gonna wrap the chest and elbow down towards that right foot. And then inhale, elbow up, lounge your chest back. So everything stays from the navel down. Exhale, elbow towards your left foot, wrap your chest towards the floor. And then inhale, broaden, belly back. Exhale, keep your left hip low, wrap your elbow towards your foot. And then inhale, roll open, reverse your warrior. Take a full breath in. Take a half bind with your left hand, come back to side angle, and then stay full or half wrap. You're already in the half. You might go deeper. Grab your right wrist, lounge your chest back, extend your spine out. So we already created space in the abdomen. That's from all that compression to tone this area. I think that's such a missing component with a lot of yogis' practice. To first find that space and length to then work upon, that's kind of like your stepping off point to add these more challenging postures. Take another inhale. Look at your right foot. Left hand down, wild thing. Spin to the blade edge of your left foot. You can traverse through side plank and linger. Take it behind there when you're ready. Should feel good. Let your head go. Nice opening to the right hip. And then back to side plank there. Inhale. Step your right foot to your left thumb. Walk your right hand forward, half moon on the right leg. And then flex, point, or floint your left foot. Activate the left leg. Firm your right hip in. You might come to your right fingertips and soften your right knee, and then hover up. Engage into the sides of the waist. Thumbs to heart, maybe bicep to ear, maybe both arms overhead. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, vinyasa, any way for your flow. And then stretch your right leg up there. Standing splits on the left leg. So walk your hands to your left foot, the back of the mat. And then bend your right knee, roll your right hip open. Should feel good. Get all squirrely with that right hip. Maybe circle the right ankle. That right foot just worked hard for you. Get back to it. And then square off your hip. Draw your right knee to your chest. And then align your thighs, but kick your right heel to your bottom as you fold over the left leg. Maybe left hand grabs your calf. And then drop your head. Compress your abdomen into your thighs as you turn your sitting bones up and extend the side of your heart down. Squeeze your knees together, thighs together. Lift your right heel more towards your butt. Take a full breath in, just let your head go. And then keep this with the legs. Get your right and left hand down. Keep plugging your right thigh to your chest. Shift shoulders over wrists. Push them out away. Come to your left toes. And see if you can just lift the foot and then step it between the hands. Keep going top of mat this way. Inhale, high in the toes, right thigh to chest. That's going to get your hips over your shoulders to lift that left leg up. And then forward and down. Couple more times. Inhale, shoulders over wrists. Split the mat apart. Plug your right thigh to your chest. Heel to butt. Left foot lifts. Maybe one more. Inhale, give it your best shot. Warrior two, right leg back. And then side angle. Find extended side angle here to begin. And then get your left elbow inside your knee. Hand down or hand up to belly somewhere, but then left hand behind the head. Keep wrapping your left hip in. Lounge your chest back, push elbow to knee, right elbow up, inhale. And then look to your left foot, close off your chest, wrap your heart and elbow towards that left heel, exhale. Inhale, open up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open up, broaden. Exhale, elbow towards heel. One more, inhale, open up, push to the right heel. Exhale, wrap it. And then inhale, reverse warrior. Take a half bind with the right hand. Exhale, back to side angle. Stay in the half bind. Maybe pursue the full bind. And then come back to the breath. It's going to be a little more erratic or choppy. See if you can smooth it out. And let the mind kind of just rest. And that softening. Side plank, right hand down. And then wild thing, step behind. Turn the right foot out. Wrap your right shoulder blade to your spine. Let your head go. Keep the right inner palm firm. Back to side plank. Hug your right shoulder in the socket. Scapula glides underneath the ribs. Left knee to chest. Step down. Half moon. Left hand down. Right leg up. Roll your right hip to stack. And then soften the left knee. Engage your right foot. Maybe lift through the left and the right side body to hover. Just stay. Take a full breath in. Reverse warrior, breath out. Full inhalation. And then vinyasa, take it to your flow. Step your right foot between your hands and then spin open to the side of the mat. And then just come to a low horse. Make fists with your hands right under your shoulders. Last little bit here. And then work your outer hips back, chest forward. And find that center line on the spine. So we created space in the abdomen here. And we're going to use that space to twist off of. So right hand under heart. Keep your gaze down. Inhale, stretch your left arm up. Exhale, bring the left hand down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right hand down. And again, I'm going to challenge you to really milk the breath here. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, bring it down. Cinch all around the waist. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right arm down. One more each side. Left arm up, inhale. Bring it down, exhale. Patiently, right arm up. Right arm down. Turn your feet parallel, heels out, toes in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Prasarita. So I'm going to give you an option. You do you. You can stay in this fold here, maybe Skandasana. If you want to get upside down, I'm going to give you some options here just to play with that twisting thing a lot. Again. So headstand, not tripod, but Shirsasana if you're going to do this, just so it's a more solid base. Get your forearms down, hug your elbows in, come to the crown of your head, and then split your legs out in that straddle. And then take your legs up and then knees in your, or heels toward your bottom, thighs more toward your chest or parallel to the floor. And what we're going to do is take our knees to the right, keep your heels to your left sitting bone, and just twist your knees toward your right side body. Without scrunching your neck, keep hugging your upper arms in, draw inner to outer shoulder, and then back to center like a corkscrew. And then knees to the left. So you can draw them in tighter. And then back to center. Knees to the right side body. Keep pushing through the elbows back to center. Knees to the left side body. Keep the knees together. Heels together. Back to center. Legs up. Out. And then down. Come on out. And then heels in, toes out. So again, make fists. Find your center line. Right hand under heart, stretch your left arm up. And then walk your hand inside the foot. Inhale. Bring the left hand along the right hand and then walk it to the left. Exhale. Inhale, stretch your right arm up. Exhale, you'll bring that arm down over to the right. Inhale, lengthen the side body, stretch your arm up. Keep everything from the waist down, left hand inside, left foot. Inhale, stretch your arm up. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, come back to center. Spin the feet parallel. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bring your belly over your right thigh, left hand to the calf or ankle. Stretch your right arm overhead. And then take the skin of your left hip and wrap it back. But keep the belly on your thigh. For this one, as you walk your right hand like the clock toward your left foot. So you're still finding that compression of the belly to the thigh here. You might shorten your stance here. You can look underneath you. You don't have to crank the gaze to the right or up. You can just let your head go. Notice if you're overcompensating with the traps. Try to soften them and then gather the belly more. Anchor through the feet. Lift up from the inseams of the legs. Let the brain be held by the skull. Take another inhale. And then exhale, release. Just second side. Right hand, left calf or ankle. And then belly to thigh as you wrap the skin of your right hip back. And then stretch your left arm overhead. Weave your gaze to the left. Let your head dangle. And then start to maybe walk your left fingertips towards your right. Just feel all that space in that left side line. Lateral line of the body. Side body, outer hip. The connection into the outer armpit. Left side of the neck. The hinges of the jaw. Take one more full breath there. And exhale, release. Pivot around, take your last vinyasa there if you want one. And then hop to a seat. So Janushirasana A. Take your right leg straight, left heel to inner right thigh. So without opening the hip, so keep it square. If you want half lotus, light edge of foot to right hip crease, straight. But then lift your seat, draw your seat back if you can, and then set it down. So again, you feel less rounded through the low back. By doing that, you can lift the low back, right? And then stretch your right arm up, sweep it behind you, left hand to calf. Keep lifting the low back, maybe grab the blade edge of the foot. And then if you have half lotus, push your heel in your low intestinal area as you hug your right hip back. Take a full breath there. And then exhale, cross your wrists and fold over the right thigh. You might just grab around that right calf. If you have half lotus, it might be nice to find the half line here as well. Really wrapping that left shoulder blade to the spine, opening through the front of the left shoulder. Take one more full breath. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, sit up. And just come to the second side if you want a vinyasa in between, great. So right heel to left inner thigh or half lotus. And then hips back. Then set them down. Lifting the low back, stretch your right arm up, twist to your left. And then right hand to shin as you stretch your left arm back. And then if you can, grab that edge of foot, great. Take an inhale, lounge your chest back as you stretch your arms apart. And then keep that length as you fold over the thigh. A little twist to your left as you do that. You feel that left hip working back. Right knee hugging in. And then the navel supporting that lengthening component of the spine there. Flex point or point your left foot. And inhale, look forward. Go ahead and exhale, just sit up. And then come all the way to your back body. So 2 sets, bridge or wheel, feet flat, hip width apart, arms alongside you. And just lift the hips, assess, maybe it's just supported bridge, to reopen and lengthen the front of the body, which is a huge component of just your body's natural ability to re-lengthen and function as it wants to, since we tend to hold so much tension in our front body. Really important to open it up. Counter all those forward folds. Create more space. Bring your hips down. And then second set, just when you're ready, lift the hips. Might be the same thing or full wheel, fingers under shoulders. Drop the head down, lift up. And gently lower down. And bring your knees to your chest. And then happy baby pose. Grab the blade edges of your feet. I'm going to give you the option to stay there or find shoulder stand. So taking the hands to the low back. And then lift up through the feet as you hug back to your belly. And then take your feet more towards the opposite end of the room or mat. So they're not over your face, they're over your hips. Closing off the neck, the circulation there to help with the thyroid, a big part of our metabolism and our body's natural way to kind of regulate. Stay or take it to plow. And if you want ear pressing, knees to the ears, squeeze in, Karnapidasana. And then extend the arms, slowly come back through plow pose. And then once the heels land, Matsyasana fish pose. Hug your elbows in, curl your chest up, and lightly just bring the crown of your head down. Anchor through the sitting bones, lift up through the clavicles. Open the throat, let the blood rush back. When you're ready, gently release. And so I'm gonna have you guys end in a nice restorative pose here. So if you have a blanket or a towel, just roll it up so it's like a rectangle here, about yay big. If it's not as thick as this blanket, that's okay. You don't even need to use the blanket. So we're gonna take our knees to just the right, so you're on your left hip, and have your hips a couple inches behind the blanket. And then lay your torso on the blanket here, And then take your arms to a cactus shape. Your face should still be on the blanket if you're using one. And you can just look off to your right, the same direction of your knees, or if you want a little more release on your neck, bring your right cheek down so your gaze is away from the direction of the knees. I'll let you choose. And just deepen the breath there, tap into the parasympathetic nervous system. It's a vital component of our body to repair and do its job. Is to give it time for rest. When you're ready, you'll just come up and switch sides. So you'll come to your right hip. And lay your torso on the blanket or just on the mat. And you can have your gaze towards your knees or away from your knees. And just close your eyes and treat this as your Shavasana here. This brief little restorative twist. And then you can gently make your way to your back. And come into Shavasana when you're ready. And just stay in this resting pose here as long as you need. Just feeling the effects of allowing that time to press pause. When it comes to repairing or detoxing, our bodies know what to do, and there's so many mechanisms built in to allow our bodies to be vibrant. And it's nice to kind of just use our practice to give our bodies a little boost and feel just that effect it also has on our mental health. Feeling more in tune with optimizing our inherent state of our body, taking care of ourselves. And I thank you for sharing your day with me, your practice with me and everyone else that's connected right here and now. Gaze to the heart, offering gratitude. Namaste.